Hello, soccer world. Some of the greatest athletes on the planet, including CRISTIANO RONALDO and LEBRON James, use mindfulness meditation to improve their performance and overall happiness. In this video, Todd Corbin is going to be introducing mindfulness to soccer players and letting you know how it can help you during this difficult time in quarantine and beyond. Todd is a national speaker, author, coach, mindfulness teacher, and stress expert, and he has been practicing and teaching mindfulness since 1994. Right now, most of us are stuck indoors, but Todd will introduce you to some strategies that can help you lead a happier and more present life during quarantine. At the end of this video, there will be a link to a short introductory 8-minute guided mindfulness meditation for soccer players. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hey everyone, this is Todd Corbin, author of Mindfulness for Student Athletes, a workbook to help teens reduce stress and enhance performance. And I am here today to talk to you a little bit about mindfulness, what it is and how it can help you as an athlete, as a soccer player, in your family, when you get back to school. It can help you in so many different areas of your life. All right, so what is mindfulness? Really simply, it's paying attention on purpose to your thoughts, what you're thinking, okay, to your emotions, what you're feeling inside, paying attention to your senses, and paying attention to everything around you, your surroundings. And when you start getting more aware of those kinds of things, the benefit to you, the possibilities are that you increase your focus. Imagine if you had more focus and ability to shift your mind from one thing to the next on the soccer field very quickly. You can enhance your performance, meaning that you can actually play a little bit better, freer. You'll have a clearer head when you're playing. You won't get easily upset. So there's a lot in mindfulness, and there's a lot in being able to have mental skills at the top of your game. And I know it's very hard right now. I mean, we're in lockdown, right? And you can't be with your team. You can't practice with your team. Maybe on a video, you're doing some calls on Zoom or something. But right now, you're not able to get back on the field. And that's really frustrating, and I really hear you on that. So I want to share with you some ways that you can move past some of those frustrations, some of those stresses and tensions and upsets. And not only you'll be able to work on it right now, but you'll take it with you so that when you get back on the field, you will be so far superior to where you were in this moment now. So what is mindfulness? As I said, it's paying attention to your thoughts, to your feelings, to what's going on in your body, and to everything around you. And when you start doing that, again, you get clarity of mind, you get better focus, and it will enhance your performance because it will lessen the tension in your body. So I want you right now, so tense up your body right now, okay? Get real tense and tight. And imagine you're playing on the soccer field right now. How do you think you would do? Not very well, right? You wouldn't be able to run as fast or as straight or kick the ball as accurately, right? So just loosen up, loosen your shoulders, loosen everything right now. How does that feel? Obviously, that is not what's going to happen as in, you're on the field a lot of times and you're not going to be that tense, but maybe you are. Because maybe you get frustrated, the referee will make a bad call and you'll still be thinking about that 5 minutes later, okay? So what I want to share with you today are some tips to help you using mindfulness to help you reduce some tension and stress in your body, to help you improve your performance. Because that's what we all want, right? We want to be better on the field. We want to be better each day, all right? And mindfulness is wonderful, not just for being on the field, but it can help you with all your off-field activities as well. When you go back to school, It can help you in relationships with your family. And there's so much more to talk to. And I know you want to be with your teams right now. So I want to use the acronym TEAM to share with you 4 ideas about mindfulness and 4 ideas that I think will really help you in this hiatus, this sort of time that we're in a pause, right? In this lockdown moment, so that you can be a little bit more productive. All right, so I want you to think about your team, right? Team play. So TEAM stands for tackling your negative thoughts. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And don't worry, you won't get a yellow card when you're tackling your negative thoughts. E stands for to embrace your emotions. And that doesn't mean you have to like being angry or frustrated, okay? But it means paying attention to them, allowing them to flow through you instead of them getting stuck in you. And when emotions get stuck in you, you get carried away, and that impacts your body. You get more tense, and then you lose it a lot of times on the field and off the field too. All right, the A is to amplify appreciation. We're going to talk a little bit about being grateful and what that can do. And then we're going to focus on making mental reps. Picturing. Now, you can't be on the field with your team right now, but you can be in their mind thinking about all the amazing things that you can do on the field. So you practice those in different game situations, and you actually can improve your performance by doing that. So let's start by tackling those negative thoughts. All right? You, me, your parents, everybody, your coach has about 60,000 thoughts every day. That's a huge amount, okay? It's about 43 every minute. And obviously, I'm not saying pay attention to every single thought that you have, because then you wouldn't be doing anything else. But the challenge is not the number of thoughts that we have, but the fact that thoughts a lot of times are repetitive, and we have so many negative thoughts. Thoughts like, I don't like this, I can't do this, this hurts, this practice is boring. You know, I don't like this team. I don't, this homework that I'm getting is awful. I don't like being home all the time. It's frustrating. Okay, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I'd rather be out in the field. All those things, those thoughts, those stories that you tell yourself, stories about what's going on right now, stories about school, stories about the opposing team, about the referee that made a bad call, about your coach. All those stories, internal conversations, I'm not saying they're all negative, but I'm saying a lot of times thoughts are not helping us. So thoughts are not even facts, okay? Thoughts are really just opinions. They're either helpful, okay, helping us accomplish something, helping us succeed, helping us perform better. Neutral, which is kind of like you look at your closet, you're not sure what you're going to wear. You open the refrigerator, let's see what I'm going to have for lunch today. Kind of neutral thoughts. And then you have thoughts that are more positive, right? And then you have thoughts that are more negative, right? So thoughts like, I can't do this. I'm not good at this. This is hard, right? Those are the negative thoughts. And then we have thoughts that are more empowering, helpful thoughts. So you have harmful thoughts and helpful thoughts. But most of these thoughts are opinions. They're just ideas in your mind, and they're not real. See, the mind doesn't know what we imagine versus what's real. And that is really powerful, and we're going to use that. But when we start believing some of these thoughts, like I can't do this, what happens is it impacts then the next thing is your feelings, which will then impact how you behave and act. So it's a cycle. So we got to really use an acronym that I like to say to nip those negative thoughts in the bud. So what does that mean? That means to stop negative thoughts before they impact your behavior, before they make you all angry and frustrated, before they take away your ability to perform at a high level on the field. All right, so what does that mean? We need to nip those negative thoughts in the bud. That means we need to start by noticing our thoughts. Just paying attention to what you're thinking. Right now, pay attention. What are the stories in your head? What are the images? What are the conversations going on? And you just notice those. You can even just like imagine yourself seated at a movie theater and you're watching your thoughts on the screen. You're seated, you're watching them on the screen one by one, and some go fast, some go slow. So there's a space in between what you're thinking and what you're noticing, all right? And you're just kind of paying attention to those thoughts. And then the I, to nip those negative thoughts in the bud, is to identify them. Is that a helpful thought? Is that a thought that's going to help me get to where I want to go, to be a better player? Or is that a thought that's more harmful, okay? That could be more negative. Or is that just kind of a neutral thought, you know? So those kinds of things, you want to label them, all right? And when you start labeling them, you identify them as this is harmful, this is helpful, maybe you even go a little deeper. This is a frustrating thought, this is worry, this is a happy thought, this is exciting, all right? So it doesn't have to be all negative thoughts because you hopefully have some good thoughts as well. And then the next thing, which is really cool, all right, is that you can place positive thoughts back in. That's the P in nip to negative thoughts in the bud. So again, you notice the thoughts, you identify them, which means to label them. Is this helpful or harmful? And what that does is that starts creating more space in your brain to then put some new, empowering, positive thoughts back in. And that's where it gets really exciting. So imagine you're creating your mindset. You're creating how you look at the world, your view, your attitude. And that helps, you know, what positive thoughts could you think about yourself? What positive stories? How about, I'm powerful, I'm capable, I can do this, I'm fast, I'm strong. Or anything you can think about that is empowering, that's positive, place that back in to replace some of those negative thoughts. And then just start focusing on that. And what you'll start doing is notice the times then you'll start catching yourself when you're talking negatively to yourself. Because a lot of times when you make a mistake on the field or coach yells at you or something happens and it doesn't work out, I want you to start noticing that what you're telling yourself. And if it's not helping you, change it. Notice it and change it to nip those negative thoughts in the bud. All right? So if you had a negative thought, a lot of times if you don't nip it in the bud, it then turns into a disempowering negative emotion, frustration, anger, upset, a whole manner of things, right? Being irritable, being bored. These are all emotions that we're feeling in our bodies. And very naturally, most of us don't want to feel unpleasant things, right? You're paying attention. Okay, that emotion, I'm going to try to repress it. I'm just going to distract myself. I don't want to think about that, right? But what that does is that makes it bigger. That makes it harder to deal with. That makes it get your body more tense, even if you're distracting yourself by trying not to think about it. The very act of trying not to think about it magnifies it into your body. So the best way to deal with upset or negative emotions is to feel it. Now, you don't have to enjoy that experience, but I want you just to kind of pay attention to it. And one of the things with mindfulness, as we're going to talk about maybe at a later session, is using your breath to reduce stress, to be very present, to be very much in this moment. And when you are right here, right now, this is your most powerful place as an athlete, to be right here, right now, not thinking about the past. Oh, that referee made a bad call. Oh, I missed that shot. Oh, I didn't block that. That was a bad pass. No. And you're not thinking about the future. I wonder what will happen if, oh my gosh, I'm worried about that. That team I'm worried about what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen to our team in a couple of months. Will we be able to play again? We'll all be out of shape, right? No, you're not worried about the future. You're not worried about the past. You're right here, right now. That's where your power is. That's called being mindful. You're paying attention to what's going on right now. And that's when you are at the most relaxed in your body. That's when you are at the most focused. And that's when you are able to enhance your performance or perform at the highest level possible. Okay? Because you're fully there, fully present. So what does it mean to embrace your emotions? Start by taking a breath and just really feeling it in your body. So just do that now. Just take a breath. And really focus on the breath as you exhale. And if you do that, imagine like a parachute. You've seen a parachute. Maybe somebody jumps out of an airplane, and obviously, hopefully they have a parachute, and they pull the ripcord, and then you see the parachute open. What happens when the parachute opens? They start slowing down. So your breath, in particular your exhale, is your parachute. It's your internal parachute to help you slow down and calm down. Now, as an athlete, you want to be excited sometimes, and you want to be in the game, right? But you don't want to be overcome by your emotions. It's almost like gum in a way. I don't know if you've chewed any gum before, but if you've ever had gum or something sticky and you've stepped on it, right? That's an awful feeling. But what happens is it's very hard to remove that gum from your cleat or your shoe. And then as you walk around, you tend to attract additional unwanted kinds of things, dirt and whatever. You can barely get it off. That's like your negative emotions, frustration, anger, overwhelm. All right? Negative emotions are a lot like gum. They stick to you. So when you distract yourself from emotions, when you try to busy yourself, when you try to not pay attention to those negative thoughts, and which turn into negative emotions, when you try to just say, oh, no, I'll ignore that, what happens? That's like gum, and it sticks to you. And you start attracting more negative thoughts and negative emotions. So the best way is to move through those emotions so that they move through you and don't stick to you. And that reduces tension in the body. So take a breath, right? Take another breath. Feel that. And then if you have a negative emotion, tune in right now, maybe to being frustrated and stuck at home, not being with your team. Feel that in your body. Probably doesn't feel very comfortable, and that's okay. Notice where in your body that feeling is. All right? Maybe you feel it more in your gut. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's in your head. You know, you have a headache from it. Maybe it's in your back. Notice where you feel that tension most in your body from that emotion. And then take another breath. And as you breathe, I want you to imagine your breath moving in and through that area in your body. So if you feel frustrated that you're stuck at home and you can't play on the field and you're not able to play your games and you're uncertain what's going to happen, where do you feel that in your body? Maybe you feel it in your stomach. So then you send your breath, imagine your breath moving in and through your stomach. And what will happen is your breath, the air, will help calm that area down. It will help release whatever tension is built up in that part of your body. Beautiful thing. If you've ever been injured, okay, you play sports enough, I'm sure you've been injured or hurt or something, right? Feeling pain, soreness. Send your breath in and through that area, and it will help loosen things up. Just like it does with negative emotions. So breathe. Imagine your breath then moving through that particular area of the body. And just as we did with thoughts, where I said to identify and label them, I want you to label that emotion. What is it? So that could be, I'm really angry, or I'm frustrated, I'm irritable, I'm feeling whatever, okay? I want you to label it. And when you label that, what that does is it tells your brain, you understand what that is. I'm not going to have it cause you to feel as tense about it anymore in the body. I'm going to relax a little bit. So the brain will loosen that emotion, the intensity of that emotion up automatically when you label it, because you're noticing it. And then take another breath and breathe in and through the whole body. So really what you're doing when you embrace your emotions, you're breathing, okay? Take a deep breath, release your parachute. That will help you calm a little bit. And then what I want you to do is in the next breath, imagine your breath moving in and through that area, a couple of breaths through that, and then label that emotion, whatever it is, and then take another breath. And I think you'll find that you'll have been able to move through that emotion. Now, it's not going to take away all the upset, all right? And mindfulness is not going to make you be able to block every shot or score every goal or to be perfect in whatever it is you're doing or to get an A on every test, okay? But what it will do is it will help you to be able to have the potential to perform at a higher level. It will allow you to notice when you're out of the moment, when you're caught up in a negative thought or emotion, then to say, that's what I'm doing, and then to replace it and put positive thoughts back in. All right? So tackle those negative thoughts, embrace your emotions, and then amplify appreciation. What does that mean? That means to be grateful. I know it's hard right now. We're stuck at home. I'm stuck at home, right? Of course, I'm outside and it's a kind of a nice day, but you know what I mean. I can't do the things that I really want to do. This summer, I was all excited to go play baseball. I can't do that. And so for me, and I was a student athlete like you, I played baseball and golf, and I have 2 teen boys right now, and they're student athletes. So I know what it's like to be stuck at home, because we're all stuck at home, and they can't do what they want to do all the time right now. All right? But to be grateful, and one of the major universities, Stanford University, talks about the benefits of being grateful. Imagine this. When you are grateful, when you're thinking about, okay, I'm grateful that my family is safe right now. I'm grateful we have food. I'm grateful that I still have, friends that I can talk to, even though it's online or on the phone. At least I can talk to them. All right? I'm grateful I can still go outside. I'm grateful I'm still healthy. Whatever it is, the benefits of being grateful, imagine this. This is what Stanford University says, that we are more grateful and we are noticing to be more appreciative, that we are happier. Imagine being happier, even in this situation right now. Pretty powerful. It reduces anxiety. You ever have performance anxiety? Now, I coach a lot of young athletes like yourselves, and a lot of athletes, and I just had a particular athlete, and she was a soccer player, and she had intense anxiety, especially when she was ready to kick a penalty in penalty kickoffs. And so she got really, really nervous and intensely anxious, and her kicks were very erratic. She couldn't focus. So we helped that situation to help calm that down. And one of the ways was that, okay, what is it that you have in your life to be more grateful? And she's like, how is that going to help me? I said, no. Okay, you have your family, they care about you. Your coach cares about you. Your teammates care about you. That helped relax her when she thought about that. It reduced the tension in her body. All right, and with a couple other, we'll talk about mental reps in just a moment, because I shared mental reps with her, getting ready in her mind before she actually took the field and able to perform at a higher level. All right, so if you have an appreciative mindset, again, you'll be able to reduce the anxiety in your body. You'll be able to reduce the tension in your body. You'll be able to be happier. There's another one. This is a good one. In fact, I think your coach will really like this one, and maybe your parents too. When you start being more grateful, you become more kind. You have a mindset that's more at ease about things in life. Things don't bother you as much. And this is another good one. You can improve your relationships and your social interactions by being more grateful. So what I want to ask you to do is I want you, maybe not right now, but as soon as you're done, listen to this video, is I want you to get out a piece of paper or on your smartphone or on your computer, and I just want you to write down 5 things. I want you to write down the words I am grateful for, and I want you to add a few things down. 5 things. What are you grateful for in your life right now? And not only write them down. I don't want you just to think about them. I want you then to feel it, right? Thoughts are powerful. We talked about that. Emotions are even more powerful when you put the two together. Wow. Put the two together in a gratitude diary or a journal. I am grateful for. Write those things down. Feel them, what they feel like. Things that you're happy about, okay? You can connect with your friends pretty much any time. I know you probably can't see them physically and play soccer or any sports with them right now, but you can talk about that, and that's powerful. All right? So amplify your appreciation. And then the last piece in team, all right, that I want to share with you is to make mental reps. Now, I mentioned earlier that the mind, your mind, does not know the difference between that which we vividly imagine and that which is real. Think about that. So the next time you're sitting and watching a movie or a TV, you're watching a show on Netflix, and it impacts you, okay, and you get scared or you get upset or you laugh. It's a funny movie, funny show, right? What's happening in your body? You're being impacted. You're feeling stuff. And that is on a screen, right? That's not necessarily real life, but it's still impacting you. And that's the mind. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what we imagine and what's real. So if you, in your mind, rehearse and perform and make mental reps of your best skills that you can practice on the soccer field. So imagine maybe you're a defender and you see the ball coming, you see the player coming towards you. Maybe you imagine how quickly you can move, how quickly you can take the ball away, right? How quickly you can then pass it. If you're on offense, imagine how nimble you are around the field. You're quick. You can move, you see things, and you score a goal. Imagine if you're the keeper. You're blocking every goal that comes at you, right? Every shot that comes at you, you're blocking. So, and that's just not for soccer. You could do it for tests or whatever you imagine. Again, the mind doesn't know the difference between what we imagine, what's real. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to improve your level of confidence. You'll be a more confident athlete. That's really powerful. All right, so what does that look like? And people, and you imagine, okay, so who's using mental reps and mindfulness? Maybe you're thinking about, oh, what is this mindfulness? You know, why should I do it? Yeah, he's talked about, you know, these thoughts and emotions. You ever hear of Carly Lloyd, Alex Morgan, MESSI? How about LeBron James? How about professional football teams like the San Francisco 49ers that were just in the Super Bowl? Or the world champion from a couple years ago baseball team, Boston Red Sox. Okay? Teams, players, there's tons of professional athletes, colleges, all using mindfulness, all using these skills which I talked to you about to enhance their performance on the field. LeBron James uses mental reps. So years ago, LeBron wasn't very good. Imagine LeBron James, the best player right now, okay? Wasn't a good shooter. Now, he's not the best three-point shooter, but he's pretty good right now. He worked with a coach to help him visualize, make mental reps in his mind hundreds of times a day. And then when he got onto the basketball court, he was much more confident and much more fluid because he imagined exactly the motions and the feelings to make the shot, and he would see the shot, see the ball go in. All right? That's extremely powerful. So how do you make mental reps? What does that mean? All right, so the first thing, and you want to find, a place, maybe in your house or outside or someplace that you can practice this. It's kind of like the first step. So do you want to practice it in a calmer environment? All right, then I want you to take a breath, right? Everything starts with a breath. Release your parachute, calm down, feel the breath, feel the exhale. All right, so you've done that. You found your quieter place. You've taken a breath. And then I want you to imagine a scenario, something in soccer for you that you want to have happen, okay? So again, maybe you're on offense and you want to score a goal. Maybe you're on defense and you want to block a shot or you want to intercept a pass, okay? Whatever sport you're in, doesn't have to be soccer, certainly. If you also are a runner or baseball, imagine something that you want to achieve, whatever it is. It could be, making the shot, blocking the shot, or it could be you just want to be really fast and be able to perform at a high level. But try to get really clear what that looks like. All right, so that is your outcome, your desired outcome. And then imagine as vividly as you can what that looks like. So if you're on the soccer field, if you're indoors or outdoors, what does that look like? What does it feel to feel your feet on that field, indoors versus outdoors? Imagine, and if you have your equipment, you might even want to use your equipment. So you put your cleats on, all right? And maybe you're in your safe space, but in your mind, you're projecting yourself on the field, performing at a high level. Imagine you hear and you see things that you would imagine that you would see in real life. So you see your teammates, you see the ball coming at you, and you're doing exactly what you need to do. You're in a particular location on the field. You look and you notice that, okay, the score is this. This is what quarter we're in, okay? It's the second half. Whatever it is, notice, be very specific. Feel the clothes that you're wearing, your shorts, your shirt. Even if you have them at home, you can put them on while you do the activity. If you got a ball with you, that's fantastic. If not, just imagine that with you. And then imagine yourself making the motion in your mind's eye, whatever that is. So again, if you're blocking the ball, if you're kicking it, if you're intercepting a pass, if you're passing, whatever you're doing, imagine that. And then act as though that goal had already happened. Your goal, right? Not a physical goal. It may be a physical goal, but what do you want to have happen? So you get clear in your mind. You've taken your breath. You get clear in your mind what you wanted. Involve all your senses, all right, as much as you can. What are you hearing on the field? And then you envision that you act as though this already happened. So in that moment, right after you make the shot and you score a goal, what happens? Your team goes crazy, right? The other team goes, they get just frustrated. See that, feel that emotion and that intensity. And again, the mind doesn't know the difference between that which we vividly imagine and that which is real. All right? So in this way, you're able to be with your team even though you're not physically with your team. And what is your team? Again, remember what you're doing. Practicing mindful awareness. You're paying attention to your thoughts. You are tackling those negative thoughts. And then you could say you're tossing in some more positive thoughts back in. You're embracing your emotions. so that your emotions don't get stuck in you and cause you to be more tense. You're actually allowing them to flow through you. And how do you embrace those emotions? Remember, you breathe through them, right? You feel where it is in your body, you label it, and then you take another breath through your whole body. Amplify appreciation, which is basically think about those things you are most grateful for, all right? Your friends, your family, the things you know, maybe you have a pet, those wonderful things, the food in your fridge, snacks, whatever it is. Write those down, feel those in your body as you write them down. Do that a couple times each week, all right? Maybe before you go to bed, do that right today. And then the last thing is make mental reps. And I want you to spend 5 to 10 minutes every day, at least, making mental reps. So if you're imagining yourself kicking and scoring a goal, if that's what you're imagining, I want you to maybe kick 50 goals, 100 in your mind. Be very clear and have fun with it. This is fun. And what you'll notice is that you get really excited. When I'm working with athletes, and a lot of times when they tell me, Todd, I love these mental reps. You know, it gets me excited. They're fun. So have fun with it. Because this is the key here with mental reps. Have a positive outcome with it, all right? Have a positive outcome with it. And you are in control of the mental reps. And so you will create the thoughts in your mind, you will create the emotions in your body, you will then create the actions that come with that in your body. All right? So hopefully I've shared with you some things that can really help you. And again, I know it's tough for you, but that's why, you know, bringing mindful awareness into your life can be incredibly helpful. And now's the time to do it because you have some more time. And you can then take these skills and they'll help you translate onto the field. So this has been Todd Corbin. Thank you so much for watching me and watching this video about mindfulness. And I think you'll find that in order to be with your team, if you can't be with your team physically, at least be with your team in a mindful way. Tackle those negative thoughts, embrace your emotions, amplify your appreciation, and make mental reps. And you will be able to reduce your stress and enhance your performance and be a mindful athlete. Be well, stay strong, and I'll see you on the next segment. So if you liked what you heard today and you want more of it and you're interested, you can reach me on my website at www.toddcorbin.com. And if you went to the website, you'll find that there's some resources for you, some different mindful stress relief programs that you can look at. And if you're interested in having a mindful mental skills coach, you know, you can tell your parents that, wow, this was an amazing video and this really helped me, and you should look at this person because I think he can help me both on and off the field with the mental skills.